guys, this is test 56, game 4. This is the executive site visits game. It is an ordering game because we have the site visits to F, H, and M taking place in order 1, 2, and 3, although not necessarily in this order. Now they tell us that F goes before H. They tell us that F only has 1, so I put down one thing above F right there. Q is before both R and T, and anything that has S cannot occur after V, meaning that S is before V or they are simultaneous. Now these are pretty vague rules, and we've actually got two different variable groups to deal with. We've got QRSTV, the people, FHM, the sites, and this is all taking place in order from 1 through 3. So I set this up here just as an example of what it might look like, but in fact we don't know the actual order of F, H, and M. All we know is that F goes before H. As such, I would create 3 different diagrams based upon the placement of F, H, and M, and I would do that because we know that there are only 3 possible orderings for them, given that we have F occurring before H within a set of 3. Therefore, if we have M on 3, F and H are on 1 and 2. If we were to have M on 2, we'd have F and H on 1 and 3. Or if we were to have M on 1, we'd have F and H on 2 and 3. So I'm going to make 3 different diagrams representing those 3 different possibilities. So here they are, M on 3, M on 2, M on 1, and then F before H falling into place around that. Now, because Q is before both R and T, we know that R and T can never be on 1 in any of these diagrams, and Q can never be on 3 in any of these diagrams. We also know that because S is before or equal to V, if we had only one spot open on 1, V could not go there, because then how could S go before it or with it? So in the top 2 diagrams where F is on 1, and F only has one executive visiting it, then we know that since none of RTV can go there, that means that either Q or S will go there on these 2 diagrams. The other is more open-ended though. So these are our 3 main diagrams for the game. We don't know how many people M and H will have. It's pretty open-ended, but every valid scenario will fall into one of these 3 diagrams. Now question number 17 is a typical orientation question. We're just taking one rule at a time and applying that rule to all 5 choices, looking for violations. So we know that F has to go before H, so any choice where it does not is automatically eliminated, and for that reason we can get rid of choice D, which has H before F, so that's gone. We also know that Q goes before both R and T, so any diagram where that doesn't happen is automatically gone. That gets rid of C, where we have R going before Q, which is unacceptable. We know that S is before or equal to V, meaning that V is never before S. So any choice where V is before S can automatically be eliminated. So checking through the remaining choices, we see choice B has V before S. That's unacceptable. So for that reason, B can be eliminated. And finally, we know that F only has one particular person visiting it. And looking at choice E, which has 2 people, that's unacceptable. So E is gone, leaving A for 17. Next, number 18. If the second site included both R and T. So the bottom diagram is automatically irrelevant due to the fact that F is there and F only has one person. So I'm going to put both R and T for the second site in the top 2 diagrams. And if R and T are on 2, that means that Q has to be on 1. So I'm going to put down Q on 1 in those diagrams, meaning that we have still S and V to place. And remember that V before S never happens. S is before or equal to V. So at least one of them will go on M, of course, and will go on 3, of course, and perhaps both due to the fact that every site has at least one executive there. So what must be true? Looking at A, must F include Q? Yes, it does. We inferred that, so therefore A is our answer for 18. Next, number 19. If one of the site visits included both Q and S. So that could never happen in the top 2 diagrams where we have either Q or S there, but not both. So those 2 are relevant. It's the bottom diagram that we're going to use here. So we have one site visit including both Q and S, and that cannot be on 2, of course, and it can't be 3 because Q can't go on 3. Therefore, we're having Q and S on 1 at site M in this diagram. Then we have R, T, and V remaining, and they're pretty open-ended regarding where they go. So what could be true? F is first. No, F is second in this diagram, so A is gone. Next, looking at B, H is second of 3. No, F is second and H is third, so B is gone for that reason. One of the site visits includes only V. Yeah, that's possible. We could have V on 2 and then have R and T on 3. That would be perfectly fine. Therefore, C is our answer for 19. I will look at the rest, though. S on 2, no, S is on 1, so D is gone. Then looking at E, the second includes exactly 2, no, it includes exactly 1 because it is only F, and F, of course, it has only one thing, V, so E is gone as well, leaving C. Next, number 20, the people who visit H cannot be. So if H, H is on 3 here, Q can't be there, and if H is on 2, either Q or S is 1. Therefore, we can infer that we never have both Q and S going to H due to the fact that in the top 2 diagrams, one of them goes to F, and in the bottom diagram, Q never goes to 3. So for that reason, we know Q and S can't both be there. Choice D refers to both Q and S. Therefore, D is our answer to 20. Next, number 21, if M includes both Q and V. So in the top diagram, that could never work due to the fact that Q is never on M in that scenario. So for that reason, the top diagram is irrelevant. For the second diagram, for M to be both Q and V, that would mean that S has to go on 1, and since Q is before both R and T, we'd have R and T on 2 and 3. In the bottom diagram, we would have Q and V both on 1 because that's where M is. Then we have R, S, and T occurring afterwards. But if V is on 1, we can't have S coming after V. We have S before or equal to V. Therefore, we'd have to have S there also, and then we'd have R and T interchangeable on 2 and 3 being F and H. So these are our two possibilities right here for question number 21. So they're asking us what could be the case. One visit includes both R and S. No, they're completely separate in both of these diagrams, so A is gone. The second includes exactly 3. No, it includes either 2 or 1, so B is gone. The last site visit includes exactly 3. No, it has either 2 or 1 only, so C is gone. H before M. No, we have M before H in both of these, so D is gone, leaving E by elimination. If we look at it, M before F could occur in the bottom diagram, so E is our answer to 21. Next, 22, general must be true question. Must F go before M? No, in the bottom diagram, M is before F, so A is gone. Must V go earlier than R? No, in fact, back in 17 choice A, we saw R before V, so B can be eliminated for that reason alone. One of the first 2 site visits includes S. No, there's no particular reason to believe that S couldn't be on 3. We could have, Q on 1, RT on 2, and then S and V both on 3. So for that reason, C can be eliminated. Next, looking at D, the second one includes exactly 2. No, in the bottom diagram, we could have F on 2 with only 1 person, so D is gone as well, leaving E by elimination. And if we look at E, if we look at E, at least one of the 2 includes only 1. That must be the case due to the fact that we have either F on 1 or F on 2, and F has only 1 person. So for that reason, we must have F occurring on one of the first 2, and that's only 1 person. Finally, number 23, if F includes S, and of course F only has 1 person, so that they're saying that F has S and no one else. So I'm putting it down on all 3 diagrams here. On the bottom diagram, if S is going on 2, that means that V must go on 3 due to the fact that S is always before or equal to V. So these are our 3 main diagrams for the game. All of them are relevant. They're asking us what must be the case. Well, of course, if we have S on 1, we're going to have Q on 2. Therefore, R and T are on 3. Same goes for the middle diagram. Q's on 2 and R and T are on 3. On the top diagram, neither R nor T could be on 1. Therefore, Q will be there. And since neither R nor T could be on 2, they will both be on 3. So what must be true? One visit includes exactly 3. That happens on the bottom diagram, but on the other 2, we could get away with having only 2 people on the third diagram and then have V go on 2. That's possible, so A is gone. Next, looking at B, the last includes R. Yes, in all 3 diagrams, we do have R on 3. Therefore, B is our answer to 23. I will go through the rest, though. H includes Q. No, Q could be on M in the bottom 2 diagrams, so C is gone. M includes T. Happens on the top diagram, but on the bottom 2 diagrams, we have T on H on 3, so D is gone. Then looking at E, V and Q are together. They're separated on the bottom diagram, of course, and then in the top 2 diagrams, we could have V on 3 aside from Q, so E is gone as well, leaving B.